Greetings, Minnesota, Minneapolis. This is Ilona from Ilona Show and Ilona TV. And today we are having the special guest. His name is George, and he has a special story that he had also used his story to do something spectacular here for us in Minnesota. Hi, George. How are you today?
Oh, hi. How you doing? Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So you have a very tough and very hard story that you grew up. However, you use that story to form you who you are right now and push you to something special here in Minnesota. Your dream was to create and open your own gym.
Yes.
So tell us about that, and then we will talk about your why and your past.
Well, I just recently opened up a gym. It's called Ronin Combat and Self-Defense. It's located in Oak Grove, Minnesota. And yeah, the main focus is self-defense. It's not karate or taekwondo. It's mostly, it's Krav Maga, which is an Israeli fighting system, and Muay Thai. And we specialize in realistic self-defense.
You also talk to them not about just the physical defense, you also talk to them about their mindset.
Yes.
Right? So what was something that you guys talk to them about mindset? How you do that?
Well, the mindset is probably the most important part of it, because, I mean, you can have all the skills, and then, you know, but if your mind is not right, if you can't flip the switch, then yeah, then it becomes a waste of time. You gotta be able to have to manage your thoughts and manage, you know, fear, anger, happiness, sadness, and be able to process it in order to function in certain situations.
You know, talking about the flipping the switch, it took you a while to flip the switch in your life as well.
Yes.
Right? So talk to us about that. What happened to you, and what was that special moment that allowed you to flip the switch?
I will have to say that on a personal level, it has been so many life experiences that I've had, situations that I've been through that have taught me that, you know, you gotta flip the switch. And the funny thing though is that, I mean, most people think that you have to learn that at a younger age. I feel like that's something you learn throughout your entire life. You know, it doesn't matter if you're 15 years old or 25 years old or 45 years old. You're always learning, and you always have to manage how to organize all those thoughts and be able to flip that switch.
It's not that easy. Like, you know, it sounds maybe easy, like, hey, go and switch and it's easy. Somebody, like, it takes for someone even the time and years to find that flipping switch to do so. Some people are searching for still. So you're the man, and sometimes women, it's easy for us to talk about our emotions, about our past. We're more vulnerable, we're more open. So how hard is for the man and for you have been finding that person to speak about your past?
Well, it is very difficult, yeah, just like you said, for men to open up, because, I mean, there are expectations. Men are supposed to be stoic, supposed to be strong, never cry,
yep.
and on, you know, all those kinds of things. But it's important to find that person that can actually help you overcome those things. Because, yeah, I mean, I'm not saying people should cry at a flip of a switch, right? Like, you know, like I'm sad, you know, but be able to find that someone that can actually help. Because, yeah, for men, I'm going to use this as an example. For example, if a woman post on social media, on Facebook, for example, I'm sad, had a bad day at work. You're going to have a lot of people, you know, you have the people, you know, providing that attention. Hey, are you okay? But if a man does the same thing, I mean, at best, they will ignore it. At worst, they're going to be like, man up. And I mean, it's okay to man up, but you also got to find that help.
Exactly. So men also need as much emotional support as women do. And
yes.
Just like you said, finding the right person who will not judge you, who will not take advantage of you, but enhance you and just form you and, you know, like put you back into the course. You know, we're not robots. We all have feelings, whether you're strong or not. We all get emotional somehow, and we all go through that wave of emotions in our lives, and we have to go through that.
Yeah.
And I know that when you were growing up, you know, like I know the families sometimes are the ones who either make you or break you. So how did your family make you, or maybe they break you in some point?
Well, not all families are perfect. There are family members that are very loving. There are other ones that maybe not so much. But I mean that as time goes by, you gotta be able to compartmentalize everything. Be able to, if somebody's at fault, you also gotta kind of like dig in and see why did that happen. A lot of times, some family members may have the best of intentions to either teach a lesson or an idea to a young one, but sometimes maybe the delivery may not be the best, and it creates traumas. It creates certain tendencies that may hold that person back. So I feel like, for example, I was raised by a single mom. So I didn't really have like a father figure or a manly figure, somebody that taught me how to be a man. But as I was growing up, I had friends that were older than me. I started to kind of look for lessons and eventually things that helped me to become my own man. Because yeah, it is important for a boy to have that father figure, but unfortunately in many cases that father figure is not available.
Yes, that's true. Right now, the society, if you look it up, right, that marriages are falling apart. That there's a
Yes.
relationships also like one day, one night kind of thing, and then women are raising the kids without the father figure, and then they figuring it out how to be a man in society. What does it mean to be a father, a man? So it is very important for the society, for the man to grow up and respect women and be that strong, right? The shoulders for us that we need to.
Yeah.
So as you sitting in here, what message do you want to say or share with the men, young men out there who are struggling with their identity? So this is your camera right there. So talk to him right now.
Well, the best advice I can give to young men that are maybe struggling, maybe they don't have a positive male role model or a father or even an uncle. First, you have to envision what kind of man you want to be. When I was a kid, I grew up idolizing guys like Arnold Schwarzenegger or Sylvester Stallone or Jean-Claude Van Damme. I mean, those were my childhood heroes. And I always wanted to emulate them, so I looked for ways to emulate the heroes that I used to watch, But somewhere along those lines, you gotta find your own identity. Find somebody that is positive, because usually boys that don't have a father figure, they could also gravitate with somebody that may not be the best, the best role model. That's why kids end up in drugs, alcohol, all that kind of bad stuff that goes on. So you always gotta find a good mentor, whether it's a teacher or a coach or even somebody from school, somebody from church. If you go to church, you gotta find that special role model and just do your own research. I mean, there is nothing wrong. I mean, we have so much information available, videos on YouTube. We live in the information age.
That's absolutely so powerful. I know there's not lots of information like is available about identity or confidence for the man, but it doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
Exactly.
It doesn't exist, like this issue or the cry or these emotions that they're experiencing after. And I want to also be a great support for the man out there. So what do you think women can do to support the man, like in general?
For example, like if for women, if you have a boyfriend, husband, a significant other, be there for that person, because nobody's perfect. We're trying to be the best versions of ourselves, but sometimes we can be too headstrong, and we may just be too adamant about an idea. So sometimes there is that support that we may need, and I'm not just talking about the here it's okay. Also, be able to voice your concerns, your wants or needs, because communication is key.
You're absolutely right. I think communication is very important to any relationship, to anything. So what I've heard, that you want the women, like in general, to support their significant others, not just, hey, it's going to be okay, get up and go, but, just be there, just help them with their dreams, because every man has a dream, and it's hard for them to compromise dream to the woman, with a woman.
Yes.
So it's very important to have a great, healthy balance, and the right woman to understand that balance in a man as well. So what are your dreams here for Minnesota, Minneapolis?
Well, one of my biggest dreams, I mean, I'm a big believer of once you climb a mountain, climb a bigger one. So, to God's grace and glory, I was able to start a gym and start getting students, people that want to learn how to, defend themselves. But I want to go beyond that. I want to be able to educate people because it's not just, okay, well, pay me and I'll teach you how to kick and punch and how to fight someone. Um, the purpose here is provide you with the right mentality and also to create a community because the sad thing is, especially here in the Twin Cities, crime rate is going up. And people, this is a skill that people need, people need to be able to defend themselves. And I'm not saying get in a fight and bash someone over the head, but even verbal de-escalation, that's also part of self-defense, being able to, remove yourself from that situation. So yeah, I mean, I have, once a goal has been established and has been completed, it's time to move on to bigger goals. So I just want to be able to influence people.
I absolutely love it, and I love what we do here in Minnesota, Minneapolis, especially Minneapolis, right? This is our place that we live, that we want to enhance, we want to impact and influence. And I love what you do, that you just said a very powerful thing, that there's a crime is going on and you want to, help people, not just to fight, it's not about that, but about learn how to live in this environment and how to de-escalate the things, because we all are tense, we all are worried, and words do impact.
Yes.
If you learn to manage your words properly and contain your emotions, I think there's a lot of powerful things can happen to that. And I think your vision that you're going to make it like a big, like a school or academy,
Yeah.
it will be very powerful, and that's what I think we need. There's lots of room for men and women. So tell us about your age in your academy. What are the age?
Well, most of our students are adults. I mean, we're talking people in their teens all the way to even their 60s. People from all walks of life. And like I said, our aim is not to train UFC fighters or people that are going to compete at that level, but people that will be competent in combat. And this is a funny thing though, men and women. I mean, even though we're civilized, there is this primal instinct that we all have. You have it, I have it, to enjoy that competition, that combative spirit. It manifests in a civilized world, like maybe be good at sports, be good at business. But in a primal level, it's like we all enjoy that combat. So the aim is to create this community that I'm not, like I said, I'm not saying we're gonna create an army to bash people over the heads, but to create a circle, a community where people know how to defend themselves and be there for one another.
I absolutely love it, and I've seen your progress, what you've done, and I am so proud of you.
Thank you.
No idea, when I was watching you, your opening was amazing. You had lots of people that support you. So how this community can support you?
Well, it's not about me, it's about them. I think I want to be there to support them. And, I mean, with everything that I can. I'm not, like I said, I'm not doing this for myself. I'm not doing this to glorify myself, but I'm doing this to help others.
And I love that your students are so grateful. I've seen that certificate that they receive.
Yeah.
I've seen the achievements, because everybody wants to have the self of belonging.
Yes.
And achieving something in their lives, and giving that certificate, their big, beautiful written printed certificate, I think it gives them sense of value, right, in their lives, and they want to achieve more. When somebody believes in them, like you probably didn't have lots of growing up people believing in you, but you give that sense of value to somebody else, and that's the true heroism. You're a true hero. That's what you pass around, like legend, right? Like you pass the legacy to others. So what is your legacy that you want to pass in your life?
A legacy. Well, never really sat down and think about it, but if there is something that people could remember me by after I die, maybe inspiring others.
I know this is like a big cry right now in our society.
Yeah.
So with everything that is going on right now with the world, like COVID, the war, so what is something that is a cry of your heart for this world?
I think people should stop being divided. There is a lot of division, and I know a lot of people will tell you, oh, it's the politics. You know, other people will tell you it's what's going on in the world or the COVID. I think, I mean, for the last 20 years, as technology has advanced, people have become so divided, and people can't no longer have civil conversations. You know, people cheer for their political party like if it was their favorite soccer team or
Yes.
football team. So yeah, I think the world needs to step away from that technology. I mean, it's okay to watch cat videos on YouTube. It's okay to keep up with family members and friends on Facebook. But when people get so angry and they want to engage others on that forum, you know, to really bash one another, that needs to stop. We really need to take that step back and start enjoying life, because technology, while it's great, don't get me wrong, it's great. We need to kind of like take that step back and go out and enjoy a beautiful sunset. You know, take a vacation, turn that cell phone off. You know, honestly, I hate my cell phone. I mean, I need it because of business, but there are days when I just wanna, you know, toss it out the window because it's just like I just wanna sit down and read a book. You know, so
I so hear you. I know the social media is like a swamp. You
Yeah.
give 5 minutes, it takes 2 hours of
Oh,
your
yes.
time, and it goes deeper and deeper, you know, further and further. So yes, guys, just like George said, just enjoy your life. Sometimes if we have to turn off your phones and social media and remove yourself from this attention, just do it. There's so many things in our lives like a nature, sun, sunset, birds, the winds, the sounds of the nature that are so essential to us. It's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to change on us. So why can't we just use that? That is so powerful in our lives. So thank you so much, George, for being with
Thank
us
you.
today.
Thank you for having me.
We wish you all the best, great success to your vision, and I cannot wait for your academy to grow here in
you.
Minnesota and Minneapolis, so you can impact, influence, and also inspire so many people in our world, starting here. That's the plant, that's the seed you planted.
Thank
I
you.
cannot wait it to grow. So we want to wish you all the best.
Thank
God
you.
bless you. That
Thank
was
you.
Ilona from ILONA TV, and you know, next time you will be in this chair right now, and I want you to inspire somebody else. That was